Almost a Yorker. Following up the short delivery with the ball gives value.
They'll be really happy because Yash Thakur picked up both wickets. "44 for 2.
See, one thing about the two Indian fast bowlers is they've been disciplined, and also we talk about Ashok Sharma, who bowls from that end, to be having, extra space. But I don't think Yash is too far behind. He's really hitting that bat hard. And also, look at that. Look at the comparison. There's no comparison at all. 44 for 2 and 99 for no loss. India was flying at that moment.
Oh. This is what they do in big games, isn't it, Roshan? In the T20 World Cup where India won, the start that they got against New Zealand just took the game away from them.
Yeah, we talk about the respective power plays, isn't it? Lots of teams believe that the first power play is so important. You got to set the tone. And when you set the tone, it's the middle power play that becomes crucial. As a fielding unit, if you're in disarray because of the first power play, then you struggle. But if the team comes back in the middle power play, you might be able to pull it back a bit. So, of course, every power play is important, but setting the tone, to me, what we saw today, has truly put India at the moment in the driving seat. I don't want to talk too early.
They're not getting the gaps, they're just getting the singles. Sri Lanka might feel that if they can get to about 70-75 in the power play, but still that's not enough. They might have looked at something like 100 for 1. If
too. I think Kosala, we may have to kind of structure the response. Yes, 75 in 10 overs is decent, but then you got to be consistent. But don't forget, Sri Lanka's playing one batter less. So losing these 2 wickets, Dickwalla going well, Avishka Fernando, who's been the leading run scorer in the tournament, has definitely dented Sri Lanka's chances.
Now Sadira has been on the runs, but he will have to play the innings of his life here. If Sri Lanka is to get closer to that, and not only 100, Roshan, he'll have to get a big 100, like 140 to 150.
I think he alone won't suffice. He will need Nuanidu or someone to bat with him, because see, this phase is important to me, because you got to have a stable phase. It's only then you can launch. I mean, you can get to 200 in 30 overs, but you lose. 5 wickets will be a factor going into the last 20.
And Nuanidu Fernando, he got some runs in the previous game, but it's not the Nuanidu Fernando that we've really seen. He came with a big reputation when he was brought into the national side. Now take a look at this again. There you go. Yeah, that will have hurt, but also that doesn't show the glimpse of a confident batter.
That would have hit the ribs. That would have hurt.
And also, Roshan, he was earlier hit on the helmet. Now he's hit on the ribs, so it just shows that he's maybe not picking those lengths properly here on the shots that he needs to play. Last ball coming up off over number 7. And this time, oh, that's a beauty. But, if he was running back, for a moment he felt that he was in with a chance, but comparison. At the moment, the gap is a lot. Oh, that was flying off the bat.
Yeah, he is quick, isn't he? I mean, I can tell you that India has produced some outstanding fast bowlers. I believe the Indian fast bowling revolution started with Kapil Dev. I mean, as a 19-year-old on a tour of Pakistan, I think in 1979. That's where it all started. Nobody had heard about Kapil Dev. And then everything started happening for India. And they started producing some. Nicely done. That's beautifully threaded. It will run away to the boundary. Good timing. Using the pace. The 50 is up for Sri Lanka.
Well, yes, he used the pace of Ashok Sharma. And the placement was fantastic. There's no fielders patrolling in that area because we're in the power play, but beautifully done. Yeah. But for oh, beautiful, beautiful. Save your legs. That's the boundary.
Guide, and this is a fully fledged cover drive. Again, leaning into it, everything behind it, and he couldn't have asked for a better shot. Lovely top hand as well.
Everything perfect in that drive. Just what you would want to tell a young man. Yeah, that reminds us of a Mavanatapattu drive. That's beautifully done. Technique to the perfection. 56 for 2. Oh, that's a very good reply from Ashok Sharma. It was quick, it was nipping back. They'll get a leg by, but that really surprised Sadira.
I think it didn't bounce. That's what really surprised him. Yeah, it almost cut him in half, but it didn't bounce. Let's take a look. Let's see. Yeah, jack back, hit the top or the back leg. Don't think it bounced as much as he expected, and also that extra bit of pace certainly rushed him, surprised him.
And this time it's Nuvinedu, who is a short, but he's a tall lad, and he used his height on that occasion. That was a perfectly executed shot. Take a look at this again.
A great sight, isn't it? A fast bowler running in, bending his back, generating pace, and a response like this from a batter. Outstanding. Again, rode the bounce well. The point you made about the height of Nuvinedu really helping him.
This time they find a fielder, but that's a good over where Sri Lanka is concerned. 63 for 2 at the end of 8. Change in the bowling. Nishan Sidhu will come on. The left arm spinner. He had a 4-4 in his first game that he played. So this is a good move by India with the two right-handers in. He'll be looking to bring it in. He was also the player of the match in the game against Afghanistan. Game number 4. He took 4 wickets. Played in his first, that is the first game he was playing. So he's got 5 men on the off. For Sadil, there's no slip.
Done. Samaravikrama. That's the wrong line. Boundary to Sadira Samaravikrama, who's played some really delightful shots on both sides of the pitch.
Was charging down and picked his spot perfectly. But very well done.
Was he looking for the turn from there? But some people look from there.
He will slide it in. But Roshan, I feel that he might not be really looking for turn with the ball so new, because we're playing with two new balls, though it's the 9th over, it's just 4.5 overs old, and he will always looking to try and bring it in. And if he might sometimes get an occasional turn. There you go. And also, because the shine is still on the ball, so I think his intention is to try and bring it in.
Yeah, he's certainly trying, but he can get some drift. The odd ball can. See, that bounced a bit. Not fielded cleanly, a single. What I feel is, with a target of 378 as a batting unit, you're always under pressure. And you are trying to process. There's every chance that a false shot can come in. So not great fielding. So where is the fielder to punish it?
Oh, there you go. I don't think that turned much, but that is a drift that he brought in. End of the over, 69 for 2 after 9.
Sometimes the slip field is not for the turn.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
for pressure.
Yeah,
Just to play on the
Yeah.
batter's mind. Boruote helmet tattala shot like he catch alla.
ජීවිතේ catch එක.
Other pressure. Just play on the batter's
So the last over in the power play, the comparison you saw there, still there's a big gap. It's a change in the bowling, I feel. Yash Thakur has changed ends. He's coming in from the double lane now. Now these are beautiful pictures that are coming through the drone. Slower, but Sadira Samaravikrama, or no, the Fernando rather, has gone over extra cover, and he will collect his second 6 in this innings.
Well, Sri Lanka will be hoping that this will be the day, because Nuanidu has struggled. This was pace off, and Nuanidu read it. It was in that perfect slot, perfect width and perfect length as well, and with that long reach, those long levers, it just helps Nuanidu to hit through the line. Nice finish and a great result.
So they've got that 75 that we were talking about.
Well done, Kostala. This is the second time I think you got it right. I think previously you spoke about a bowling change, I think. I didn't give you credit. I forgot. But let me combine.
Oh, no. Way down, and he was also coming down the track. So there was a long way. But that's a good reply from Yash Thakur.
Yeah, let's see how far down Nuanidu is, if we can. Might first take a look front on. But I certainly felt that Nuanidu was looking to come down the pitch. Yeah, let's see. He is charging. Yeah, he is, and definitely. Yeah, now see, Deva is, yes. And he's way down. The ball would be bouncing over the leg stump. So it's a good decision by the umpire.
Found a fielder. For a moment I thought that he got good placement on it. And Sri Lanka will lose. Nuanidu Fernando was looking good today.
He was certainly looking very good. The other day, his innings was labored, but today, I thought there was a lot of smoothness about the innings. But I'm very unfortunate that he picked out the fielder. Well, Sri Lanka loses a huge wicket. Nuanithu Fernando has to go. Out for 21 of 21. Sri Lanka now 75 for 3. Sahanarachige. I'm sure you heard that. A very, very creative and active member in the music industry. We'll come to all that. Let's first take a look here. And look at how the fielder just positions himself. Didn't have to move. Very simple catch. Thank you very much. Easily. Quickly back to Kosala. In the industry of music,
Everybody basically.
no, they may mute. They may mute, but they still watch.
They'll go on mute.
No, so but let's hear the song
After
after
this-
this ball. Okay. Oh! It's a long way to Tipperary.
Yeah, it goes like it's a long way to Tipperary. But I can't remember the lyrics, but I know that song. It's normally played
Yeah.
after midnight on the 31st night. It's one of the first songs that you play. Like normally you get the midnight countdown is done with a song called All Lines Zine. And the moment that it finishes, then you go back to this medley called the Tipperary medley.
Right.
And that's why this song is there.
So I told you that he is part of music and he knows music, so we can talk about the subject. But unfortunately, we are on a game of cricket. Good bowling. Yash has been very impressive. Yes, he's conceded a few runs, Kosala, but he's done what India wanted. 3 for 31 and virtually broken almost the back of the Sri Lankan batting.
Yeah, because three top order batters back in the pavilion, the two Fernandos and Dikwala. And Yash Thakur has done well. Yes, you can go for runs, but if you pick those wickets, that's very crucial. Last ball coming up. Sahanarachige, the skipper is in. Oh, that's a good answer to him. A good bouncer to finish over number 10. The power play is done and dusted. Sri Lanka chasing 377 victory, 75 for 3.
Vimala Siri signaling power play 2. 75 runs on the board. Power play done for Sri Lanka. They have lost 3 wickets. If you take a quick look at the comparison, well, that's a long way though. India have 140 for 2 after 10 overs. Rajiv, can you compare it?
Well, 140 for 2, 75 for 3. There's a huge gap, isn't it? Around 65 runs. Well, Sri Lanka losing 3 wickets inside a power play when you're chasing 378. 303 more runs required for victory. 240 balls, 7 wickets in hand. With one less batter. Well, Ramadhu Fernando, Vanuju Sahan, V.S. Kant to follow next. And then the tail, the 3-seamer, Shiraz and the Northern Hero and the Virakati Express. So not a lot of depth in the batting lineup. So a lot to depend in this pair. Sadira Samarawickrama, yes. But Sri Lanka needs to take things slowly. They need to take things deep. Yes, they have lost wickets. But a lot will depend on this young man, the skipper. And alongside the experience of Sadira Samaravikrama. But India pulling things back in a big occasion, the big game. Yash Thakur, 3 wickets for him. He's express. He's landed the ball in very good areas. And he's been rewarded well.
Yeah, it has been a great comeback by India. Sri Lanka kind of got off to a flyer, but grabbing 3 wickets. Trying for that lap. Now wrist protection at deep fine leg will be just the 1 run. Sahan Arachige, he's a very positive player. He'll be very busy out there. He will milk those singles. He will put away the loose deliveries. But it's a different kind of a situation here today. Chasing a mammoth total of 378 runs. So he'll need to change his game. Sadira has been good. 25 of 19 deliveries. They need a partnership, but they need it with a run rate of... And in the process, they can't afford to lose wickets as well. So plenty of things that the Sri Lankans will have to work around. There you go, the required run rate. 7.63 at this stage. Oh, that's a nice shot. Using the pace of the bowler. A couple of runs for Sahan Arachige. This is what I mentioned. Sahan is a very busy player and he will keep playing those cheeky little shots.
Yes, he's a capable batter scoring behind the stumps. The lathe cuts, the paddles, very cheeky player. This is how he builds the innings. Sahan Arachige. Real sweep on off there. Oh. Just a 5 runs off it. 11 overs done, 80 for 3.
There you go, beautiful scenes. A city full of nature, full of greenery. Let's take a quick look at the power play. Niroshan Dikwala, as he is caught off to a flying start. Beautiful shots around the ground. 3. He cleared the fence, but Avishka Fernando, it was a very short stay for him. Ended up being bowled, and then Sadira alongside. Nonindu Fernando played some delightful strokes. That was for the cameras. And caught off Sri Lanka to a good start, but unfortunately...
Yash Thakur bowled 5 overs, picked up 3 wickets, all 3 wickets going. Oh, dropped. Is that a chance gone begging? Is that the life that Sadira Samaravikrama needed in this run chase?
Disappointed. Vipraj Nigam at short mid-wickets. Couple of steps down the ground, trying to work it off. His wrist. Diving effort by Vipraj Nigam. Take a look at that again. Look at the skipper. He is disappointed as well.
Yeah, definitely. It's a chance. A slower delivery into the pitch. Vipraj Nigam going with both hands. And Sadira Samaravikrama gets alive. It was dropped at 25. So Suryan Shedge is the third seamer in the Indian bowling lineup. He's been a part of it throughout the series. What a shot. Lovely pick-up shot from Sahana Rachige. Through mid-wicket, that's his first maximum and the first boundary.
Sahana Rachige, he will not hold back. If he sees the poor delivery, he will definitely pounce on it. Very little pace from Suryan Shedge, sitting up nicely, rocking onto the back foot and hammering it over short mid-wicket into the deep mid-wicket fence for 6. There you go. Finishing off in style. Disappointing for Shedge though. He needs to figure out the length that he needs to bowl on the surface, because he did see how the Indian batters took on the Sri Lankan bowlers. Pick up. Beautiful piece of timing. Just a couple of fielders behind square. A deep fine leg and deep square leg. And Sahana Rachige will thread them quite comfortably.
Back-to-back boundaries for Sahana Rachige. On this occasion, he played it very finer. The previous 6 was front of square through mid-wicket. This one going towards that backward square leg region. This is good batting. This is the aggression. This is what Sri Lanka want. Despite losing 3 wickets, someone to step up. An expensive start for Shedge. Yeah, look at the run rate, the current run rate and the required run rate looks equal. So 11 off it, 12 done, 91 for 3.
Well, 25 of 17, Avishka failing again. Nonidu and Sadira putting up a partnership. But look at the bowling. Yash managing to grab all 3 wickets. The standout performer so far for the Indian bowlers. Nishan Sidhu, he will continue. 2 overs, 11 runs conceded so far. Important passage of play for both teams. Wrist work through mid-wicket. That will have enough legs to cross the boundary. Sadira Samaravikrama, he will continue on his merry way.
That's a true class shot. He came down the track on the offside and flicks it over short mid-wicket into that gap with not much power, but that placement in the vacant region matters a fact for Sadira Samaravikrama to get a boundary. Drops it short into the gap. The previous boundary really did this to Nishant Sindhu to hold back his length, and Sadira pouncing on it on the back foot, placing it through the gap. Back-to-back 4s.
1 through the onside, 1 through the offside. This is great piece of batting. Great game of awareness of where the fielders are placed. Sadira Samaravikrama bringing out all the class. 2 fielders behind square inside the circle, and he just manages to thread them. A great piece of batting. The last 12 balls, the Sri Lankans changing gears. 23 runs. Holding up a little bit. 99 runs on the board for Sri Lanka so far. Well, it's nothing to do with the run rate at this stage. Sri Lanka well within the reach. They're keeping in par with the required run rate as well. 100 up for Sri Lanka in the 13th over. Sadira Samaravikrama alongside Sahana Rachige, moving alongside.
In terms of the run rate, yes, that's a tick on the box, but I'm really worried about the wickets column. It's a very good start, but like Roshan mentioned, Iran, Sri Lanka A with one less batter. That was short. Placed nicely into the gap. Couple of runs, pushing harder.
Sahana Rajage, the skipper, he will need to lead from the front. Huge responsibility on his shoulders. He will need to be very calm. He will need to guide the team through. Good over for Sri Lanka. 11 runs coming off it. 13 overs done. 1-0-2 for 3. That's the equation that Sri Lanka are looking at. 276 runs required of 222 deliveries. Required run rate 7.46. As Rajiv did mention previously, it's the wickets column that the Sri Lankans would be concerned about at this stage. But these two batters, they're trying to put up a partnership, 27-run partnership so far. That's a lovely shot, but equally well fielded. Surely saved 3 runs there.
Yes, Sadira is batting brilliantly so far. I had a feeling that the bowler had some tickle on it and then slowed the pace. Good effort from the bowler and also Ashok Sharma at mid-off, keeping just for a single. Wickets column will really worry Sri Lanka. These two batters will have to bat a long time. Have to be around in this run chase for Sri Lanka A. In this top order, losing 3 wickets inside the power play was the downfall. But now this partnership is giving some hope. So Talent TV A-Team Tri-Nation One Day Series 2026. This is the final, and Talent TV celebrated their first year of sports and entertainment coming in for all these young stars, young cricketers. And this series featured a lot of young stars of Sri Lanka A, India A, and Afghanistan A. That's the Ambuli Viharia. A lovely shot, flicked nicely. There's protection. And also, these players will feature. The next tournament for them is going to be the LPL. That's starting in 4 weeks' time. Starting on the 17th of July, going on till the 8th of August. The finals will be held in the R. Premadas International Cricket Stadium. Starting off on the 17th at SSC. There'll be 5 games here, 5 games in Kandy. So Sadira Samaravikrama is in the part of the Colombo Caps. And Sahana Rachi is a part of the Gol Gallants, the skipper of Sri Lanka A. So quite over so far, comparatively. At one stage, Sri Lanka A was 75 for 3, 30 runs stand. of just 25 deliveries for the fourth wicket. A crucial, very crucial stage for Sri Lanka A.
Run partnership between these two batters. Required run rate, touch over 7.5. It has been a quiet over. Just the 3 runs coming off the first 5 deliveries. Shedge pulling things back. He was expensive in his first over, conceded 11 runs. But just understanding. There you go, the current run rate and the required run rate. Just keeping in par. So that's something positive if you're a Sri Lankan supporter. 14 overs done, a 105 for 3, and the players will take a break.